All right, people. Let's have a conversation here, shall we? It is Super Wild Card Weekend. And I fully agree with everybody. You feel like the Lions are good enough to be here, they should be here. But at last check, they're not here. So I wanna know something. I want to know if you can do me a favor. I mean, I feel like for almost 20 years, I've given you elite afternoon radio. I've given you entertainment. I've given you laughs, anger. I've given you everything. I mean, don't you kind of owe me? I mean, don't you owe rooting for my team? Can't you help me the way I've helped so many of you? I want
G-Men.
Well, that's the key, Rico, because here's the thing. I need to know what team people are adopting, because I feel like nobody would adopt the Niners, because everybody hates the Niners.
Yeah, I found that out today. I did not realize I root for the most hated team in football. I thought that was the Cowboys.
They're a step below the Cowboys. And you're also mean. See, I feel like
How am I mean?
Well, I just feel like the Giants are like, I don't know, like when you run those ads about homeless, starving kids in some underdeveloped nation. Like, that's the Giants. We need help.
Rico's over here going, I have a backup quarterback. Third string
while he's in the back. While he's in the back of a Rolls Royce. The Giants are Eddie Murphy at the beginning of Trading Places on a board. Like, aren't the Giants lovable? I mean, can't the city of Detroit get behind my team for a weekend? I want to know, like, Kenny and David, you guys, you're teamless. You don't have a team. You know, David's Steelers didn't make it. Kenny's Lions didn't make it. Who are you adopting for Super Wild Card Weekend? Like, you got to have some kind of rooting interest, right?
I'm going to adopt. I have an adopted team, I think. It was always sort of the Jaguars for me because.
Yeah. Well, you strike me as a hillbilly, so that makes sense.
You know what? I'm not even going to give you my reason. Go ahead, David.
No, please, Kenny, give me your. Please give me your reason, because I was shunned out of the producer's room when I was like, "Hey, you want to root for the Niners?" Can't ever do that.
No, it's just they're easy to root for. I like Trevor Lawrence, and now with that news coming out this weekend about the injury, I don't know. I feel like they're in the right spot to surprise him.
How could you not root for the Niners? Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick of the draft.
Rico, do you want to know honestly why I can't? Is because all throughout the week leading up to that Green Bay game, you were telling me about how you were complaining about being on your third-string quarterback while you were already clinched in the playoffs. Now I have no sympathy for you.
These are facts.
You whined so much going into that week. I actually hope you get bounced immediately.
Kenny, is he not the third-string quarterback? These are facts that I gave you. I mean, Trey Lance, done for the year. Jimmy G, probably done for the year. Brock Purdy. Yeah, everybody had him on their fantasy team.
Well, the other reason is David told me that he can't pick an AFC team to root for. I can't pick an NFC team to root for because it just feels a little gross to be in the same conference. So I have to go AFC. And they're the most likable team, I think, coming out of the AFC. I feel like if you do Chiefs, it's a bandwagon move. Same with the Bills.
Well, think about it, too, Kenny. If you support the Niners, you're supporting Rico. I mean, that's just gross.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What's going on here?
It's just gross. Guy walks around, oh, look at me. I'm a super good Christian guy, and he's just mean. I don't know. I just couldn't support him.
Wait, I'm the mean one. Hi, pot, or are you kettle?
I'm both. So here's the deal. I want to have a conversation with people because the NFL is a weird thing. You don't really have pet teams. Like in college, you know, Rico and I joke around about how TCU was like a little pet team this year, never knowing they would play Michigan or anything of the sort. But in the NFL, you don't really like anybody who isn't your team. And, like, it's easy for me to talk about the Lions is that now I actually respect what they're doing. I can root for the result, but I don't play pretend. If the Giants and Lions played, I'd hope all 53 of your players got food poisoning. So I want to know what you're doing this weekend. Are you ignoring the playoffs? That doesn't seem to be logical. Or are you adopting a team? And, like, whose team would be more adoptable than the hard luck Giants. I mean, come on. We can't score in a whorehouse. We got a quarterback, Daniel Jones. What? And it's your favorite radio host team. I mean, can't you support me for once, people? Come on.
This is what we're doing now? Team Mike, Team
what
Rico?
we're doing.
Really?
I, Evan
much.
Jenkins, support Rico Beard and the San Francisco 49ers.
Thank you, Evan.
Best jerseys in the league.
Thank you.
And when we only have 3 Super Bowls, New York Giants, get out of here.
Thank you, Evan.
Well, it's four. It's four.
Even worse.
You weed-infused ingrate. Second of all, we've been to 5.
Just saying. I root for your Giants. For Big G's sake, I always root for the Giants. I picked the Giants.
You're
love
the type
Big
of
G.
person, you will cheer in my dad's face. That's the type of human you are.
No, because I love Big G, and I love to see Big G happy.
I want to know what team people are adopting. I want to know who you're rooting for. I want to understand the psychology when your team's not in it.
But see, I want to ask
Rico-
this question. Oh, hold on, Mike. I want to ask this question.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's wrong if you want to pick the Chiefs. I don't think it's wrong if you want to pick the Bills. You don't.
Well, you wouldn't. You're a front runner who picked the Niners as a youth.
Okay. Sorry, I don't go with the crack team.
Rico's favorite teams are the Niners, the Yankees,
Yeah. Right.
the Braves. I mean, my goodness.
I'm sorry. The Yankees, probably the most World Series. The Celtics, all those championships. Wait. Oh, no, that's not me. That's
it's called
you.
geographical. It's geographical relevance. I grew
Okay.
up near it.
Okay.
Can't help that. I must have missed. Is Detroit walkable to San Francisco?
No, but they played a Super Bowl here. And I was an impressionable lad when they did.
I knew it. David, who are you rooting for? Tell me.
Well, here's the thing.
He talks about me. I went through the Jim Drunkenmiller years, okay?
The Jeff Garcia years.
Right.
Jim Tomasula ripping ass at the podium years.
Right.
You'll have to look up that YouTube clip, Kenny. Jim Tomasula basically dutied himself at the podium.
Oh, Kenny would love that. But here's the thing. Kenny's right. I told him I cannot pick an AFC team just out of principle. I just can't do that. But the problem
Because of the Vikings, because of the Steelers,
Yes.
and okay, so they're out. We're in the NFC now.
The problem, though, is the teams that are in the NFC right now, I can't root for. I can't root for the Giants because the Giants get closer. They get closer in Super Bowl totals to my team. Can't have it.
But David, we're not winning the Super Bowl. I just need you and your religious prowess for this weekend. It's Rent-A-Christ.
Just the one
You
game.
are Rent-A-Christ. It's like going to Avis and you're renting the Christmobile. I need your religion for a weekend to get a win, and then we can get destroyed in the divisional round. Can you lend me Jesus for a weekend?
Well, I am Giants for this weekend because of the matchup. I don't want the Vikings to win. Out of principle, I can never go Cowboys and can never go 49ers because they're too close to my team. They're too close
Is
to getting...
there a passage?
How are they close to Pittsburgh?
You are right underneath us for Super Bowls. I can't have you tie us. I can't have it. So I cannot root for the Niners. I'll go Giants for 1 week. After that, I'm probably no one.
And David, think about it. Aren't the Niners just the spoiled, born-on-third kid you went to school with? You can't
Where
root
is
for
this
that
slander
guy.
coming from?
He's so confused right now.
As many times as I supported the Giants, I'm being ambushed out here.
Listen, because right here and right now, I am fighting. You know what? Welcome to politics.
Yeah,
We're
you
on
know
the
what?
stage
Honestly,
together.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I'm in the barber's chair at the end of The Godfather. And I'm about to take one in the eye.
No!
Wow.
I'm just
Like I'm
listen,
Mo Green
listen.
out here.
I have supported you, but now my team is back. This is about, Rico, it's just, you have to understand. The Niners thing is so difficult to get around because I grew up in the Montana Steve Young era. They are detestable because they were so good. They weren't just better than you. They were better than anyone else on the planet. every year. They were just, I have never been able to let that go. Now, when Garoppolo did it the first time, and I knew it brought you joy, I said, okay, I'm rooting for my friend here. Plus, I hate Mahomes. But that's done. I can't do it anymore. Now you've got Mr. Irrelevant, a 7th-string quarterback, and you're turning this guy into a star. You're spoiled.
No, it's not.
I don't like spoiled people.
Think about everything that you got. All the players who are injured. You got Christian
That are
McCaffrey.
returning.
You got Christian McCaffrey finally getting his bite at the apple.
Who do you have? Oh, feel for me, pity me. I'm going to just trade for an all-pro running back now.
Please. He's basically white DeAndre Swift.
Stop it.
Wow. Oh, dear. I mean, that's actually not a horrible comp.
Right.
Regardless of race, both made out of paper mache.
Right. Right. You got the feel-good story of Brock Purdy. This is a good thing.
Yeah, but nobody feels good for you. Nobody feels good for you because nobody should have a 7th-round pick playing the way Brock Purdy's played. You don't deserve that.
Okay, so it should have been a 6th-round pick like the Lions had? I feel like they're closer to the Lions. It's like your Malcolm Rodriguez.
You know what's sad about all
Or
of this?
Houston.
And the sad part is the Lions would have been America's team had they made it.
They would have.
They would have been America's team.
They would have
think
been last
everybody
year's Bengals.
Yeah, man. Everybody respects the way they play. Dan Campbell's a superstar. People love him. That would be the team. But in the absence of that, I just need to know if I can garner your support for one weekend versus the spoiled, laissez-faire, West Coast scumbag 49ers. That wine and cheese tailgate that Rico operates.
See? And all that time I stuck with you when you wanted to get rid of Gettleman.
That's not a badge of honor. It was common sense.
No, I saw your pain. I saw Big G's pain. And I'm like, you know what? I want the Giants to do well. I told you Daniel Jones was not that bad of a quarterback.
You were lying.
I
He
was.
was, but he's not anymore. All right, David is yelling about break times. Let's all calm down. It's emotional. Rico is rattled.
Ambushed.
He's upset. He feels betrayed. We need to have a conversation.
End of the Godfather movie. And Michael settling all debts.
Yeah, Rico's Apollonia learning how to drive.
I just figured I was Mo Green getting a haircut.
Oh, no.
Can I at least put on my glasses and cut?
Nope. And dead. All right. Here's Rico for 49ers football.